Everyone, tried to get all the shiny legendaries yesterday in one stream. Well, that didn't work out. I mean, I did get the shiny Rayquaza, but that's it, not all the other ones. But I will, of course, do that. But now it is time for the shiny event legends. And who do we have here already? Venminx, welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Just got back from work. Hey there, Electabuzz. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Oh, that's some really good timing then. By the way, in case you're wondering, we did eventually get Hiccups to shiny Ray. Yeah, so we did get the shiny Rayquaza. And I named it Hiccups because, well, I got a hiccup and we just, at least Venminx said, okay, so let's just call it Hiccup, and then the name stuck, and now we have not a shiny Rayquaza. Not really the best IV, so yeah, I might actually use it as an HM slave at that point, because I have a shiny Rayquaza with really good IVs, like 4 or was it 3 or 4 31 IVs. You good? Well, that's great. Alright, so I hope I won't get a hiccup this time. Also, let me change the music real quick. Alright, so as you can see, I have every single event item. But, well, you can't see it. What am I saying? So I might as well show it. So I have all the necessary passes and maps to get to these islands. But as soon as you have the old, I think, is it old map? It forces you to do Mew first. So we're gonna do Mew first. And this is the island that you arrive at. Alright, so I would suggest saving here. And then we can't just walk towards Mew. I mean, I think this is the first RNG manip I've done as a live stream. I think, yeah, Mew was the first one on my childhood emerald. But yeah, first, as you approach Mew, please know Mew has a, how do I say, it's not like the other ones. It kind of teases you to play with it. And you gotta chase it, so, and it can actually fly away. And it's pretty easy to lock, or at least to lose it. Okay, so as you can see here, I can't move, so that means Mew is directly below me. And that's where you save. That's where I definitely recommend you to save. And now to the delay. Oh wait, actually, oh wow. That's not good preparation, but if I remember it correctly from pure memory, it was 121? Oh no, not this. So you put in as use delay 121, not 21 as I'm doing here. It's gonna be genderless because it's a Mew. Hit generate. As you can see, the IVs that I get are not the best, but yeah, I don't care about that now. And let's start. Oh god, I barely can hear Eontimer. There's always something going wrong. There's always something going wrong, I can't believe it. There's always something glitchy. I don't even know why. And I can't even find anyone with the same quote-unquote problem that I have. When I look it up, it's just, oh well. I seem to have a weird curse when it comes to that. I mean, I'm kind of joking, but you know what I mean. It's just... Oh boy, it keeps happening. Use it for deaf fodder. Yeah, they don't die in this game, so... Old sea map, that's what it's called, yeah, thank you. In English. That's so confusing when you, Yeah, it really is confusing when you play the Pokemon games in different languages. But yeah, if I remember correctly, the delay of frames was 121. That's essentially the length of the animation and the, you know, the cry. And let's see how this goes. Maybe I'll get it the first time. I hope it's not another Rayquaza thing like yesterday where I get the shiny frame at the end. Let's see if my brain is braining a bit better tonight. Different languages, skill issue most likely. Oh, come on, you go ahead and learn another language, alright? Well, it is, I just get them. Sometimes I just don't bother memorizing a Pokemon's, like, the move name. Or I just memorize it in one language, because if you play it in French and in German and in English, sometimes you just... Or even in Italian, like so many languages. Sometimes, or rather very often, the... Like even the how do I say it? The translations aren't one-to-one. So one example I like to use, the move protect. If I would be a translator for French Pokemon, I would translate that as protection. But it turns out that no, protection is another move already, and that just, I don't know, that is just very, very confusing at one point. It's because you're a Latias. Wait, what? Remember when we got the Sudowoodo first try? Was that first? Yeah, I think it was first try, right? It was really early, and then was like, I don't want to end the stream, so we did other stuff. But yeah. To be fair though, with the Sudowoodo, that was just planned to do that. Here it's actually all of the... Like after Mew, we could go for Latias in the Southern Island, or Deoxys, or Ho-Oh, or Lugia. Okay, I'm gonna do this and restart. Okay, so that is, as you can clearly see, not a shiny Mew. It is level 30, which will make things much easier. But yeah. Let's start again, and hopefully... there we go, there we go. That's how I want it. I do know 2 languages. I play Pokemon in Japanese. Nihongo or hanashimasu? I don't think so. Well, I mean, you can play it in the language, but do you understand what what you're reading? Because when I'm playing this in French, I understand the text, right? It's nothing special. Okay, why is the... Okay. So weird how the program just is not visible on OBS anymore, and then it is. Again, no idea why that is. It's weird. Probably because I minimized the program. Oh, okay, I shouldn't do that then. Sudowoodo was not planned to be shiny first try, it was beginner's luck. Sometimes I'm very precise, and on some days I'm just not. I do know what I'm reading. Pika Pika Pikachu is how I interpret it. You're being silly again, aren't you? But yeah, let's hope this, like, the same thing doesn't happen again, like yesterday. Although, I mean, if it does, I guess that's fine, then that means more streams. Was really looking forward to stream on Thursday too, but I gotta be up early the other day, so unfortunately not on Thursdays, but this weekend I could. And that's pretty nice. Then at least I gotta pump up some streams before the streaming hiatus begins. Alright, so yeah, get yourself in a position like this when I didn't really explain how the Mew thing works. I mean, if you move here with this hide and seek game, Mew kind of copies your moves, and I would suggest kind of baiting it into this corner. And once you can walk into it, you know, okay, I just need to do the A press. That definitely makes it easier. The last stream you ever do when we get the shiny EGATs? What? I'm sorry, I have no idea what you're trying to convey. So yeah, it's gonna be else, which is a big problem. And somewhat annoying. Huh? Did the stream just stop for a second? What happened? Oh, dear lord, why is everything going wrong again? Well, not everything, but... Okay, let's see. Do we get the blue Mew? No, we don't. And also be careful, this Mew knows metronome. So that can actually be a big problem. It can actually... You can fail this shiny Mew, so... If you would do this the old school way, I would suggest not doing that, except if you want to risk eventually failing this Mew because it, I don't know, uses metronome and explosion, or metronome and any of the other moves that make it go, make it flee, or make it sacrifice itself. Mew says meow. Well, in the French version, the text is a bit different, but... E-gas from the 1700s, it's an exclamation. Let me check that. Huh, okay. Okay, now that you're saying it, I don't find anything with it being a exclamation point thing, but I do remember reading this in some old books. It's a really old saying. Apparently it comes from "Oh God." Very archaic way of saying it. So I don't know if I learned something new or if I remembered something that I used to know about one of these things. Oh, not exclamation. You said exclamation. I thought exclamation mark. No, but there are other such characters. Not just question mark, exclamation mark. There are some that are pretty much unused, but I think it's kind of sad because they're interesting. Like one that would be used at the end of a sarcastic sentence. That would be nice as an autistic person to have that in the text. That would be so massively helpful. Hey there, Sir Otto Phantom, or, well, I mean, you go by many names, but welcome back to the stream. How you doing? A blue Ponyot was found. Oh, nice! Congratulations! That's a great shiny. That's one I'm looking to get myself. I think in a moon ball would be really nice. Yeah, I know you're messing with me again because it is very easy to troll autists because we're just we take everything at face value pretty much. Saving up for GameCube the old-fashioned way. All right, with the GameCube, I'm sorry. I completely forgot about that. But is that GameCube even still there? Or has it been... Has it been bought? I do apologize, but yeah, it's always something coming in between. Okay, no, it's also not a shiny. Oh, it's still there! Huh, if it is still there, how much was it again? You said you had PayPal? I think this because, I mean, the money that I made, 99% of it, of the money that I made during the conventions, we were not touching that. We're not touching it. I put it somewhere safe. Okay, you have PayPal. What's the price again for the GameCube? Because I do remember the thing that we... Oh, hey there, James. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Didn't expect the stream to start for another 10 minutes. Yeah, I actually, this one and the one yesterday, I started a bit earlier. Usually I start at 9:30. But this time I wanted to start at 9, so I have a little bit more time. Let's see if this time if I get them all. Shiny Mew is potentially could fail. But in and of itself, it's not that hard to catch the Oxys as well because they're level 30. Lugia and Ho-Oh are pretty tough, not gonna lie. And the Latias isn't too easy either. As we know. But yeah, the Latias is also... All of them are gonna have stats, unfortunately. That's essentially the problem with these, well, with this Train ID, Secret ID combination doesn't really yield the best... I mean, defense and special attack are pretty good, right? But, the rest not really that much. And 31,714. The relaxed one, that would be a long wait. Well, we can see. We'll see how far we get. There's 2 now, as in 2 GameCubes. Check PM on Discord. Alright. Oh. Wait, is that like a blue one? Oh no, it's not blue, it's a purple one, okay. I thought it was that one specific Japanese exclusive one. But you want I'm seeing that they're in yen. Are you sure you want a Japanese GameCube? Because they are, after all, region locked. I mean, you do you, right? And you'd also need a adapter because of the voltage difference. Okay, let's see if this time it is shiny. No, that's a pink one, not a blue one. I'm really looking forward to the DS streams. But yeah, I'm still doing the not the training, but kind of playing around. I have multiple Gen 4 games. Like I have a French Diamond, I have the Soul Silver I'm gonna use to stream, but I have a French Diamond where I'm testing things first. Because it's been such a long time since I've done Gen 4 RNG manip. And so many things have changed, as in they're easier to pull off. I haven't really had the time to get that yet, but as soon as I will. And I will be trying that as well during the 9-week streaming absent or hiatus. Oh dang, yeah, I'll do English then, hang on. Yeah, I mean, you can still play Japanese GameCube. It's just you have to play, either you mod it or you buy like an action replay or freeloader in order to play the English or the NTSC US games on it. Or, I mean, I would always suggest get the GameCube in the region where you're currently situated at, because for me, for example, PAL, of course, because when I go out there, most games that I'm gonna be able to buy like this, they're gonna be PAL. Sent me a PM again. Alright, let me check that. Oh, that's a clear one. Oh well, I can't. I hope you're not expecting me to send you $191 because still don't have electricity that needs to be paid this month. It doesn't go off at the first of the day of the month. But damn, that's of course a different price range. But yeah, it comes with like a clear shell. That's pretty cool. I mean, gotta say, it looks cool. But, I forgot, Venmings, do you have a Wii? The what you get Meloetta in Scarlet and Violet sounds fake. Huh? The what you get? But, from my experience, I think you can get Meloetta in Scarlet and Violet. I forgot how, but, I don't think it's actually fake. Oh, you don't have a Wii? I would suggest, why get a GameCube when you can get a Wii? Wiis are cheaper. If you get the early models, especially the white ones, you can play GameCube games on them. And Wiis are really easy to hack, like super easy to hack. And then you don't need to really buy a Wii or a GameCube game ever again, because you can just hack. Oh, excuse me. No, that's illegal. Don't do that. And that's not shiny. But yeah, I would definitely suggest getting a Wii instead, even though I prefer the GameCube as well. But yeah, the GameCube, like with the GameCubes are more expensive, because very often it's not just how many units have been sold, but also how many people want one. So supply and demand, and it's supply and demand with a thing that doesn't get produced anymore. And a lot of people want a GameCube. And yeah, GameCubes are gonna cost like a bit more. 110 for a Wii? Huh? Are Wiis more expensive in the US? I swear you can get them for 30 euros in Europe. I mean, if it's probably not the best condition on the outside, like the shell is scratched, something like that, but is that really that important? You can always put a sticker on it, or like a shell, a custom shell. And as long as the Wii actually works, like... But yeah, I would be surprised if the only Wii you can find would be 110 euros. Dollars. Excuse me. But yeah, in Europe you can get them for very cheap, because everyone had a Wii. And Wiis are not really that much sought after when it comes to retro collecting, because so many already have them and there's so many in circulation. So you can get them for great prices. At least maybe that's a EU-only phenomenon, could be. I don't know if the same holds true for the US, even though I would suggest, or I would think yes, because, I mean, the Wii sold really well everywhere. Tried to get a Mario Galaxy for Wii today, and the pre-owned price went from £8 to 20. Of course, the movie has to make the game price game. Oh, well, I think that's one thing you could have foreseen, maybe. But, is it that you want Mario Galaxy as a physical copy? Because you can, I mean, you have a hacked Wii, you can just hack it, right? And then not pay for it. Which is illegal, but, well, you know what I mean. The way you get Meloetta. Ah, the way you get, oh, okay. Remind me what the way to get Meloetta in Scarlet and Violet is again, please. And while I'm waiting for your answer, I'm gonna have a nice sip. Cola vanilla, it's something that a lot of people hate, and I'm one of these weirdos that love it. I want the Wii for Colosseum. I mean, yeah, then I would definitely suggest getting a Wii, because if you have a Wii, you can hack Colosseum. You don't even need to buy Colosseum, because the Colosseum disc itself is pretty expensive. Thanks for reminding me. Ah. Okay, you forgot that you could hack, okay. Kind of funny, because you, James, you are the one who showed me how to hack a Wii. And XD, speaking of yeah, I mean, XD is, I would say, even better than Colosseum. But I love them both. But yeah, I would suggest just try to get a Wii, like a Wii that still works, but maybe the exterior isn't that top notch, because who really cares at the end of the day? Yeah, the music. I know. I think this is not the only Colosseum theme that will pop up. I think this is a 3 hours of GameCube music compilation, so expect more. It is very, well, ironic, not really, but funny. Funny coincidence. But they're fantastic games. And I would also, if that is your goal, actually, good thing that you said it. Because if you would buy a Japanese GameCube, it wouldn't work. I tried this out. I actually, like, I have a Japanese, okay, where do I even start? I have a Japanese demo disc that also has, like, downloadables for GameCube games. And one of them is like these character Chow, like Tails Chow, Amy Chow, and Knuckles Chow. And those are in Japanese, but I do have a freeloader, so I can play Japanese game. I have Japanese Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, and they do load onto my PAL Game Boy SP. SP, not SB. But I tried everything to put those Chow onto the I tried everything to put them on the on my PAL save files, but it didn't work. I even bought Japanese Sonic Advance to see if that would work, like maybe, but no, I tried that. And what I've also tested was what I've also been testing is, for example, using a French Emerald and trying to connect it to or trade with a German XD or Colosseum, and that also doesn't work, which really sucks. And I think Japanese, at least that would be my guess. I haven't tested it one-to-one, but I wouldn't think that would work. I wouldn't count on being able to transfer your GBA Pokemon onto Japanese Colosseum. If your GBA games are not Japanese, I would forget about it. At least you can try, but that would be, I think, a pretty expensive try. I did tell you that you can get Meloetta and Scarlet and Violet back on April 1st. Oh, well then I've forgotten about it. I'm really sorry. Did what did I stream again on April 1st? God, it's been only a month and oh right, that was a Wednesday. Sorry, sometimes I mean, my brain is sometimes a bit selective what I remember. But yeah, let's see. What are we, 37? Oh wait, it's already been 37 minutes? Damn. I didn't even realize. Okay, so I hope this Mew thing is going well. And then I guess I can already make a poll actually. So which Pokemon should I hunt after Mew? Or first after Mew? Either Lugia and Ho-Oh because they're on the same island. Or Deoxys. Or Southern Island Latias. And there we go. Pull time. My brain is the same. I mean, I swear, sometimes I read like some very stupid information about some freaking star that's 500 light years away and its metallicity, as in how many metals it has. And I seem to remember that, but then, like that thing, for some reason, nah, I forgot about it. Even though maybe it's information I might want to know. Right, for now it's 50-50. Alright. It's not too long of a wait. Would it be funny to use a Mew as a shiny Mew as a like as a how would I say, as a either utility, not utility Pokemon, but a HM slave for like a Pokemon you could use in the overworld, not really for competitive. Alright, 10 seconds. I hope I'll be more precise this time. Okay. No, that's still a blue one. Now it's 50-50 until now. 50% for Lugia and Ho-Oh, and 50% for Southern Island Latias. Well, that doesn't really help me, but let's see, it might actually change. You mean pink? No, did I say it's blue? Oh well, sorry about that. And my husband is outside, and he's the one texting me. If you hear vibrations, keep forgetting to put my phone on silent. And he found, like, the neighbor. I see pictures. The neighbor's cat is cuddling with him. That's really good. Is it just me, or like the neighbors? They had a orange cat back then, and unfortunately that one got run over. Feel really bad for the poor little kitty cat. They have another orange himbo cat now, and they named him Eric, which I find a bit weird. Like, Eric is a human name, not a cat name. And having said that, I wonder where human name is. I hope he's doing good. But yeah, I wouldn't call my cat Eric. Then again, I wouldn't call my kid Eric either. I don't really like that name. As in, I don't hate it, but it's like, a lot of people have that name. It's nothing special. I do have a proclivity towards names that are a bit unique. And I don't mean unique as in misspellings or tragedies spelt with E-I-G-H at the end. Like, not that, but you know, names not everyone has. Or names with a nice meaning. Where's my kitty cuddles? Well, I don't know, ask your cat. Name my cat Princess. Hey there Val, welcome back to the stream, how you doing? If I had a male XXL Maine Coon, I think I would call it Giga Shah. As in Giga Chad, but instead of the D, it's a T. And pronounced as the French name, or no, the French name, the French word for cat, chat. I don't think I'm gonna have one anytime soon because I'm allergic. But I'm glad that my husband is getting quality kitty time. Yeah, Eric is really sweet. I mean, I've never had a cat. I'm probably not gonna have a cat. I hope I will at one point be able to have a cat. That would be nice. When it attacks a toy, that's Giga Impact, I guess. I actually have a, well, I guess we are friends. I mean, they're a friend of a friend that I'm now learning, like getting to know more. And she has a I think it was 6-month-old Maine Coon cat, which is still not that large. Or was it 5 month? I think it was 5. Nevertheless, it's still not that, like, it's not huge yet, but considering that it's already the size of a fully grown normal cat and it's like 5 months old, I think that's gonna be a really big kitty cat. And I'm really looking forward to that because she's actually going out with the cat, like, on a leash. There are cat breeds out there where you can go out with them while using a leash. And I remember back then when I said that in primary school, people were just yelling at me and said, "No, that's not true, what are you saying?" But yeah, okay, you haven't seen it, but I've seen people with cats on a leash. It's very rare, it's unusual, yes, but it does exist. Yeah, it's a great cat. And you can see that it's pretty young. But it's pretty funny that already at that age, it's pretty much as large as a normal, fully grown cat. Alright, I hope. Come on, the iron. I need human name. I've already dropped his name. Definitely need him to give me the Iron Jesus blessings. Because that would kind of suck that the same would happen as yesterday. Although I don't know if the movement of these flowers, if they maybe advance frames. So I might actually have to test something first. I do remember that if, like, the first stream that I did with getting the Mew, it took me a while. I think it took me a couple of streams. Even though I tested it offline and then, of course, I got it really quickly. Just like with the Shiny Rayquaza yesterday. Iggytheth the Iron Jesus? Huh? What? Alright, there's roughly 1 minute left. But yeah, I think the thing is, if these flowers do advance frames a little bit, then I might actually leave the game a bit longer in the either in the main menu or like in the intro. But then again, that could have explained why it took me a long time to get the shiny Mew. You said you needed me to give you RNG, so I did. No, I thought like I said, or I meant a human name coming here and giving his blessings as he's known to. Alright, 10 seconds. Okay. Let's see if it is this time. No, of course not. And Eontimer is doing stupid stuff again, as usual. Can you work, please? No, I actually have the visual part as well. Okay, can you please... Oops. 3rd generation. Too bad I gave you mine. Why are we not working? What is happening? Oh well, that works too. Don't really care about the, like what noise it makes. Even though I like the pop sound the most, the beep is a bit too loud. And it gets annoying really quickly. And I was saying, okay, I'm gonna do this, and then I immediately forgot it. Fantastic. Streaming ADHD added again. Even though I don't have ADHD, but oh well. I'm gonna try to do it in the next reset then, because I have a suspicion that these... No, these flower sprites that go left and right, I think... I have a suspicion that they might advance frames. Which is not something good, especially if you're, especially when you're RNG manipulating, you want to be as precise as possible. To the frame precise, I mean that's 1/60th of a second. Also hope that you are enjoying the music so far. This is the playlist that I'm currently playing in the background. How many frames though? I mean, 1 is enough to offset you and make you not get the shiny frame. I don't know if it's just 1 or like sometimes 1, sometimes 2. For that I would have to have complete insight to what frame we're currently on. And I don't have that tool. But 1 frame is enough. I mean, I need to get to the frame. My target frame is 12,021. I need that frame specifically, like exactly that frame, or else no shiny Mew. I feel the tension. Okay, with Metroid music. Okay. It's not pretty soon. Come on, I want Mew not at the end of the stream. That would be nice. I don't want another stream like yesterday. I mean, maybe in terms of discussions that we're having, but not in terms of, oh, you get the shiny, but only at the end. Oh well, I mean, that just means more streams. Alright, 4, 3, 2, 1. Please. No, I don't want the tick, I want the pop. And it's not shiny, so wrong frame. Okay, so I'm gonna let the intro play. I'm gonna try that a couple of times to see if my suspicion is correct. Because there are some RNG manipulations that are a bit harder to do because of all the NPCs that move in the overworld, and they advance frames. Makes it really annoying. It's also really annoying in the Safari Zone. Right, I haven't gone to the Safari Zone in this game, or haven't streamed it on Sapphire and Ruby. Although I don't know if you really want to do that. I've done the whole Safari Zone streams on Emerald, and we have tons of them. But they're definitely gonna come back once I get the leaf green thing to work. Okay, and then I wait a little bit here on this screen. And another stream that is planned is for the Johto starters. So once I get the Hoenn decks complete on this save file, on this French cartridge, then Professor Birch will allow me to pick a shiny Johto starter. And that, I mean, I've done that in the past. The shiny Chikorita. And this time I'm gonna do it a little bit different. This time I'll be using my GB operator again to kind of cheat, I guess. I mean, that would be a way for me to get all 3 of them. Like every single Johto starter in as a shiny. To be fair, I think I would have to take the longer waits. The 0 HP, I don't know about that. Although 7 in special attack, that's not exactly nice. What do the other methods yield? Not really that much better. Method 4. Method 1 reverse. I think I might actually just have to be okay with crappy IVs. But yeah, then I'll be able to have all of them, like the Johto starters, as shiny. Sounds good, yeah. I actually want to do the same thing for Leaf Green. Then I'll be able to have every single shiny, like all the starters. Oh no, what the hell am I doing? Oh my god! Oh, never mind. Oh god, I'm sorry. What the hell? I completely forgot to... Well, this is already having a great start, aren't we? Jesus Christ, Yana, what the hell are you doing? Okay, maybe you'll... Okay, I did do that. Maybe I should pay attention a little bit before rambling. Oh well, I'll get that Mew. I have a Lugia and Diamond from another save file that's from Hoenn. Should I check if it's a legit Naval Rock Lugia? How do I do it? So, Naval Rock Lugia should be, it should say caught at level 70. I don't think it will say caught at Naval Rock because you've transferred it, so it will always say coming from a distant space and time, something like that. But if it got caught at level 70, then it's legit. But yeah, about the GB operator thing. So the way that works, I'm gonna also be using that for the Jirachi hunt. So what I do is I RNG for one... Like first I save the save file from this cartridge onto my PC. And then I RNG one starter. And once that one has been successfully shiny hunted, I'll trade that one over to another emerald, my other emerald, my German childhood emerald. And then I'll take the save file that I had before picking a starter, and I put that save file back onto the cartridge, and then I can pick another one. So that's how I'll do it. So what does the Lugia say? Like, does it say caught at level 70? Because if it's not, then I don't know if it's really gonna... Yeah. I think it might be hacked then. I can't think of any other way of getting a Lugia from Generation 3. Okay, so they should be male then. Yeah, okay. So if I do get them, they will be male. I think all of them, right? Do I not get a female? For Chikorita, maybe? No? Hmm. Oh, that sucks. Only male. Only male frames. It does, I think. Let me check. Well, then I think it's gonna. It should be legit. Alright, 10 seconds remaining. Lugia and Ho also got 75% on the poll. Okay, this time I hope I didn't mess up. Jeez, that was... Okay, no. Okay, I'm gonna do it this time with the intro and everything, and I will hope to not forget to actually, you know, position myself correctly. And press the A button when it really matters. Arrived at level 76. Was leveled up in Emerald before going to that guy. Pearl save file. Okay, arrived at level 76. And it doesn't say caught at level 76. I guess it's legit then? I'd say so. That's a good question. I don't remember if it says, oh, at the the level it got transferred at, or the level it got caught at. Even though I think the data says that, like, it saves at what level it got caught. Or, if it says it's from a faraway place, it might actually also be one from XD. That could be the second option. I mean, Lugia is either from Naval Rock in Generation 3, or it is from XD, a purified Shadow Lugia. Maybe it's time to change the background. What do you think? Sweets one or the puzzle one? Or the windmill one? Or maybe the waterfall one? You know what? I'm gonna go for this one now. It says Hoenn. No, okay. It says Hoenn. Okay, then it has to be that one. Gonna say real. Feel like it'd be at lower level than 76 if it was fake. Yeah. I mean, I think the one that you get in XD, if I remember correctly, the one in XD you get at level 60, or was it 55? One of those. And it usually says arrived level for Gen 3 months. It says caught for Gen 4 traded. Oh, okay, thank you. I wasn't really sure if that pertained also to Generation 3 Pokemon. Okay, no one of you wants to see Deoxys. Which is fine. I mean, I'm gonna go for it anyway eventually, but... Of course, the Latias channel mascot. Okay, now I will not do the same idiotic mistake. 10 seconds. And let's see if this time I did it. No, I didn't. And I'll use this break to very quickly go to the bathroom. I got 190 seconds, that should work. Alright, see you soon. Okay, I'm back. Alright. You saw that probably from the mouse pointer. Oh god. Wait, body, are we gonna sneeze or are we not gonna sneeze? No? Okay. Ah, I hate it. I hate that. When you're about to sneeze and then suddenly, nah, we're not sneezing. Alright. We're not gonna do that mistake again. That would be stupid. Name Mew Sneezio. So we have a hiccups, we have a sneezy. What's gonna be next, I wonder? I don't know why my body does this to me. Always when I'm streaming, I want like... and always something has to go wrong, either with Eontimer or with OBS. And no matter how much I search, I cannot seem to find the reason why. Okay. 10 seconds. Oh, hey there, Amit. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Right, 3, 2, 1. Please. Next is yawner. So a sneezy, a hiccups, a yawn. Maybe I'll burp. I hope I won't burp, actually. Wait, that was not 6 beeps. Give me 6 beeps. I'm used to 6 beeps, please. There we go. And I'm doing good. Thank you for asking, Ahmed. I hope you're doing good too. Currently mid Yu-Gi-Oh tournament. I'm in the top cut, and if I win, you win $100. Wish me luck, please. Hey, best of luck, Ahmed. Absolutely. $100. That's a lot of money. Not joking. $100 is on the line. Yeah, I mean, I believe you. Why wouldn't I? I mean, 100 lines. 100 lines. $100 on the line. Burpy, then smelly. Oh, farting. Oh god, no. I'm in the final four. Nice. I assume it's the same deck that you used before to troll people? Okay, let me clean my nose real quick. Ah, there we go. I don't know how you feel about it, but I really don't like it when streamers just burp. Maybe it's because of my upbringing. Like, I was taught to only burp in private, and trying not to burp when other people are there, because that's just manners. Even though, if you really think about it, I mean, burping is just a natural thing humans do. Snotty? No. It's a blue Mew, you're not gonna name it Snotty. Although I do think, what name would be good. In fact, you can see live stream, it's on Master Duel. I was playing Blackwind's Kali Yugi deck. Or Yuga, okay. Which is basically a deck where I win by simply not letting the opponent play. Yeah, that's your... Has that not been your previous strategy? I forgot the super long name of that Yu-Gi-Oh monster, but... The one that you've basically been using to troll other people since... Yeah, for a long time now. Which is pretty funny. Man, imagine trolling and getting $100 for that. Maybe I should try and be more like you sometimes, Amit, but I'm not a Yu-Gi-Oh wonder child, so... Remember, I went to an Asian restaurant and the people next to us finished their meal, and the kid burped loudly and very long, and the mom looked at her son and said, "Good boy, you want more food?" Yeah, in some cultures, it's actually a sign of, oh yeah, the food was really tasty. I'm not saying that the way I was raised with do not burp in front of other people, that's rude and not classy. I mean, that's a very upper middle class white thing, I would say. And it doesn't really make sense the more you think about it. Because, I mean, it's a way to get air out of your stomach. That's actually important. Okay, let's see if this time I'll get the blue Mew. Please, blue Mew now. No? Okay. It's gonna be like yesterday, isn't it? Oh wait, I get the blue Mew and then I'll fail it. That would be kind of funny. Although I hope it doesn't happen. It's a best of one final, so all I need is get lucky in 2 duels. And I win $100. That's $100 worth of marijuana and tobacco. Ah, that's what you're... Is that what you're getting the money for? So freaking young. I mean, with the tobacco, I would never touch that. That would be my suggestion. Don't get started. And with the weed, I would actually do it like I did. Wait until your brain is fully developed. Because I actually don't think that 18... Like, it should be legal at 18, because at 18 you might be a legal adult, but it's actually... I know you're joking, by the way, Amit. I know that this is a joke, but I do want to say that it is kind of... Let's just say not very scientific, like, that you're allowed to go and buy weed in certain countries at 18, because... that's a bit young, in terms of brain development. And cannabis can... I mean, it's by far not as dangerous as many other drugs. I would even say cannabis together with mushrooms, like these magic mushrooms, are probably the safest when it comes to, you know, toxic doses and all that. And yet, that doesn't mean that there are absolutely no risks involved. And I don't think it's correct that they are like in the Netherlands with the coffee shops, which that's a euphemism. They are named coffee shops. You can technically get coffee in there, but they're essentially like the cannabis dispensaries in Canada. You go and buy weed essentially, and it's, well, you gotta be 18. But actually, if you really would be scientifically correct, it should be like 26 or 25. But oh well, I am definitely not making the laws. No, I'm not gonna throw a master ball at it. I'm not gonna throw a dive ball at it, because the first shiny Mew that I got actually isn't a dive ball. I'm gonna try for a great ball or a net ball on this one. If I win, it won't be a win for me, but a win for my deck and my family. But the $100 is mine, though. My family can go F themselves. My money. Well, I mean, if you win it, it's yours, yeah. I think you've given your... If what you said in the past is correct, you've given your family plenty. Also, funny story, a guy in the tournament I was against had cancer. Oh, okay, that's not really funny in my book, but okay, where's this going? He dueled against me and he had an illegal deck. Okay, an illegal deck. Illegal in what sense? Banned cards. I was like, that's an illegal deck, and he was like, please bro, I got cancer. Oh, it's those people, okay. Like, Said, do I look like someone who cares on stream in front of everyone? Oh, that's mean, Amit. Are you currently live on Twitch? Throw a cherish ball, yeah. I'm gonna throw all the cherish balls that I have, which are 0. And for those of you who don't know, cherish balls have existed since Generation 4. They do not exist in Generation 3. Banned cards, which remind me what the banned cards are again. So I'm probably gonna ask that a couple of times, because... yeah, I talk to a lot of people on here. And, well, I mean... can't memorize everything, even though I would say my long-term memory is pretty good. Sorry about that. Oh, on YouTube? Like, on your channel? Hang on. Or is it on a, okay, it says this channel doesn't have any content. So I assume it's on a, Yu-Gi-Oh! Throw an Omniball. An Info Omniball? What would an Infinite Omniverse Ball do? Basically had Maximum or Max C, which we agreed is banned, and Bron and other cards. We had a custom ban list with super polymerization and limited to 1, and he used 3. Oh, okay, so it's someone else's channel, okay. Six, 7 seconds left. Well, 6C7. Oh god, how that became a huge meme. It's called Dynasty Z Warrior, the channel name? Okay. And how does it work? Like, is it through Discord where they connect people? Basically a shiny ball that has a galaxy design on it and works like a master ball. Oh wow, that would be a very dope ball. Really pink? Oh yeah. Cool. I've got to design my own Pokeballs. Like Kurt. Alright, I have to get into this now, or else I'm gonna mess it up. Please, Mew, can you be shiny now? No, you're not gonna be shiny? Okay. I'm gonna try again. $100 worth of drugs I can't pass. I got invoke all the power of BS and plot armor. YouTube and Discord, I was on YouTube chatting and trash talk. Oh, okay, I see. Has a Y on it for Yana. Yeah, instead of an H for Hyper Ball, for the Ultra Ball. But yeah, that's why it has that yellow H on it. If viewed from above. And now it's 80% for Lugia and Ho-Oh. And still no one has voted for Deoxys. Poor Deoxys. Oh well, I hope this is really not gonna be a situation like yesterday. Come on, game. I mean, I accept your blessings, Svenbings, but usually it's Human Name who is the so-called RNG priest of the Omni Village. My match is starting, gotta go. Alright, I wish you good luck, Amit. I wonder if, once he's done in the tournament, if he can come back. I mean, how many more Deoxys do you need? Well... I want one on every cartridge, kind of. Or at least, I'm gonna get another one on Leaf Green, a shiny one. You're fine. Yeah, but I'm gonna do it. I'm still gonna do it. Alright, now I can advance here and stay in this menu for a while. Of course you're... Well, I mean, you know me, right? Not that I'm really gonna use this Deoxys, because the IVs are crap. But still, I'm gonna try and get it. But the one on Leaf Green, I hope the... I'm currently trying on Leaf Green to get, well, to be fair, Leaf Green RNGing is just really different, and I'm still not entirely getting it. Like, I'm currently trying to see how it works, because on my Fire Red for now, because I also know the secret ID on that one, and it just didn't work. For now. And then I've actually haven't done it for a while. But yeah, I'll get into it, and hopefully at the latter half of this year. Instead of... Okay, why are you stuck at 7 here? What the hell? And I'm also gonna hunt another shiny Mew in Leaf for a second. Okay, that was weird. Oh my god, why is that happening? It's happening again. Come on. What do you mean no data? I'm currently streaming. I have no idea what's currently happening. Can we not do that, stream? Please? I hope it's not doing it. Oh, it is doing it again. Oh my god. Boy. Internet's having problems again. Why does that always happening? Like cuts out. And now it's doing that again. Restart OBS. I don't think it's an OBS issue, because my internet has done that. Really? Really? Oh my god. No, it's not OBS. It's the router. Because my phone just said, oh, there's no more Wi-Fi, we can switch to 5G. Check your weather. Huh? You mean the weather app? No, it's very clearly my router being stupid again. Of course, it does so while I'm streaming. Because when else should it do that? It's going off and on again. I have no idea. Could be a storm. Well, it's kind of raining, but... Yeah, sorry about this stream just freezing over and over again. It is the router doing it. The router was doing that earlier today too, and it's really annoying. There's not really much I can do. I even complained to the ones where I got the router from, but that like doesn't really help. That's pretty much the best I can get for now. I would actually want to switch to a better one like Telecom, but that one just costs so much more. Is my router sensitive? I have no idea what the problem is with my router, but like this has been a problem for a while now, right? I've had like completely the internet not working at all, like at all, even if I restarted it and all of that. Remember when I couldn't freaking stream because of that? That was very annoying. And now, of course, it has to happen again. I mean, to be fair, it kind of works. It just sometimes freezes. So it's at least a bit better than just not working at all, which I also had, like complete fallout. Internet just not working at all. Yeah, you remember that. I mean, the electricity thing, that was a whole different thing, but that's when the neighbor comes knocking and says things like, yeah, I have no electricity, what about you? Then you know it's a whole building issue. But with the internet, it really is me. Like, I've talked to the neighbors, they never said that they had problems like that. But the problem is, I just cannot, at this point, afford a better router. That's just the way it is. I'm gonna try a little slightly different thing here. I cannot afford the highest one. Like, that would be 80-90 euros per month. And that would be a top-notch connection, but oof. I just can't. With electricity price, the electricity price and everything else with energy has been steadily increasing. And I'm already rationing every money, like every single coin that I have, essentially. When I make money, I really think, okay, do I save it? Do I really have to buy stuff? Like, I'm really trying to do well with whatever I have. Of course, if I had the choice, I would definitely switch, but unfortunately, I don't have the choice to do that. Because then I would not, like, when everything goes down, I would barely have anything at the end of the month. And I mean, not only do the bills need to get paid, but I mean, I also need to buy food, you know? When you're a living being, you kind of need nutrition. I am not a plant. I can't do photosynthesis, unfortunately. So I'm just gonna have to be content with what I have. I mean, if I had the choice, I would also not live in an apartment, right? I would live, if I really had the free choice, I would live in a huge house. But that's just not a reality right now. Gotta be okay with what you can afford right now. I mean, I'm already super happy that I get help from parents, which is also not a thing everyone can say. And I have a loving family that I know that even if I would go bankrupt, I would not become homeless, because I'd be always welcome at my parents'. That's already very privileged, and also the country that I live in. So, yeah. I feel like I shouldn't really complain about it. Yes, people have it so much worse. But it is getting really hard. Everything is more expensive. Even though the housing prices, they're going down now. Although it doesn't really help because the interest rates for borrowing money at the bank, they are higher now. So, of course, that's not really helpful. And it doesn't help when you don't have a job. Neither you nor your spouse. Which is also really annoying. I mean, it's kind of grinding me down. I'll try to not let it get to me too much. And I do always have that safety net of my family, but still. The economy is terrible right now. And... well... this might sound a bit extreme. But I am pretty close to being a bit, how do I say it without it coming across as a bit alarming? I'm very close to despair when it comes to just getting a no or like a rejection at interviews and jobs. Because it's been 3 years now. Even longer for my husband and still no job. Like, we're done with university. That he doesn't get one, okay. He studied animation, that's like a very niche thing. But me in IT, you would think, oh yeah, you know, that's what I've been hearing all the time. Oh yeah, you'll get a job. IT is super secure. You're gonna get something. No. I don't know what it is. Is it my autism during the interview? Can they somehow read that I'm not really... that I'm different? I'm at this point, I'm really asking myself so many questions, like, what is it? Hey there, Root Vegetable, welcome to the stream, how you doing? Imagine if you morphed into a flesh Pokedex. Okay, we're already off to a great start here. And Professor Oak used to relentlessly scan his warts? Oh no, I don't like where this is going. And he knew you were alive, but he kept you facing the toilet to watch him do old man dumbs? Root Vegetable, that is a scenario that would fit in my worst traits in fiction kind of thing, because, oh god, oh dear. That is creepy. I hate that Kaiser in. Welcome back to the stream, how you doing? I'm glad you could make it. Yeah, we're still at Mew. I think it's gonna go like the one yesterday. I mean, I did at the end get the Rayquaza, but it's like, come on, I was hoping for this to go a bit quicker. Fire Emblem song playing in the background. Oh yeah, we got some nice 3 hours of GameCube music playlist. So yeah, we got some bangers playing. Funnily enough, at more towards the beginning of the stream, we were talking about Pokemon Colosseum, and then Colosseum music was playing. As if on purpose. And I hope you're doing good. I take it your university, or well, at least it's a university day. It's a Monday. If the stream goes, like, if it lags, be aware that that can happen because the internet is being stupid again. And I know, I said I did look into it, but like this, I had a technician come over and they did like a test and they said everything is correct. That's just the way it is. Apparently it's because I'm in a very old building. I don't really know if that's correct though. I don't know. Sometimes those people, I mean, okay, he's the expert, not me. That's true, but is it really because I'm in an old building? Because if that is the case, I do have neighbors. Like, this is a apartment with other people living here. And they don't have that problem, so, which one is it? I don't know. I don't really buy the "it's an old building, ma'am" sentence. I'm not a huge Fire Emblem fan, but I've played a few of the games and immediately recognized this one. Yeah, Final Fantasy, what the hell? Fire Emblem never really... I mean, they're good games, but not for me. Doing alright, I hope you're as well. Yeah, I had a good day today. It's a university day for me, but finals are coming up soon, so it won't be for much longer. Oh, good luck on the finals week. Best of luck, in fact. Can I get shiny Mew now, please, game? No? Okay. Sure. Okay, there's a you don't hear it, but there's a child yelling outside, even though it's like 10 p.m. Okay, I'm gonna try this time to just do it the old-fashioned way. Just playing around. Was just talking with my physics professor about how stupid a lot of Americans are. Well, I know, I don't like saying it because it comes across as so arrogant and snobby, but I'm sorry, but a lot of Americans aren't really that smart. Or maybe not that smart, but definitely not educated, and they can say some really ignorant things. But I wonder what your professor said. And I hope physics will not be too much of a problem. I really hope that they, that Trumpy Dump will not go for like a mandatory draft. Because that would just suck so much. But I've heard from Americans that there's a, apparently there's a way to dodge the draft, so to speak, or not go to war. Apparently you can have like a piece of paper filled out that says that you do not agree with the where the war is going, and then you're no longer obligated to follow any orders because you personally disagree with it, and then you get like you can't. It's essentially you cancel your soldier contract. I don't know if it's correct. Like I'm gonna preface with saying that I don't know if what I've been told is factually correct. And if it is correct, I forgot like the name of that action. Has a very specific name. I think it's a lack of education rather than it. Yeah, I took that back. I think it's also more of a lack of education. But yes, we're talking about science denial in our country and how ridiculous it is. Yeah, I mean, you got it maybe more often. Or maybe the morons in America are more loudmouth about it. But like Europeans should not act like we don't have that. We also have science denying idiots here. I mean, well, I wouldn't say I got harassed, but there was a guy on Facebook once, like a Luxembourger, who kept, a really stupid one, who kept flagging or like spamming my astronomy post, and I was like, what's wrong with you? He said I should stop spreading fake news, and he thought that everything NASA published was a hologram, or like, fake. Which, Jesus Christ, that's very far gone. I don't know if someone can help him. Wow, Deoxys still has 0%. And I still don't have the shiny Mew. Missed an hour of the stream because I was outside with my neighbor's cat. What have I missed? What a coincidence, because my husband was also, he was like, okay, I'm gonna check the garden flowers, and then the neighbor's cat was there, and I just heard him like an hour later. I heard him enter the building again because the neighbor's cat was distracting him, which I understand. Eric the cat is really sweet. It's a very good orange himbo cat, but you haven't really missed anything. Well, maybe you've missed that the internet for some reason was like it kept on freezing and then working again and then freezing and then working again, so there was that. I'm really hoping here that it doesn't do that again. Sorry. But yeah, still no 1 hour and 40 minutes in and still no shiny Mew. I think this is gonna be a multi-part stream. Very hard to to do that, I believe, and I think it's called conscientious objection. Yeah, conscientious objection, that's what it is. Thank you. I don't think I can do it because of the requirements, but I can avoid the draft thanks to mental illness. Wait, you can actually do that? Can you say, oh, I am, like mental illness as in I am neurodivergent, which I would not see neurodivergence as an illness, but well, maybe America sees it as that. Or as in I have depression. I don't know, would they accept soldiers with depression? Maybe in a dire situation they would. Again, I'm speaking out of my butt here. I don't really know how that works in the US. But I just know that what my dad kept saying to my brother. He kept saying that if there's ever a war, he should not die for some randos. So he should definitely draft. Like dodge the draft. I guess that's good because it's just ridiculous how many, like, what are they fighting for and who are they dying for? It's just, if you really look at it, it's a dystopia. People keep saying, oh, sci-fi, it's nonsense, right? They're saying, oh, something is sci-fi, like as if it's a synonym for something that is entirely fictional or fantastical. And if you're saying that, like if you're using sci-fi as a synonym for something fantastical, then tell me you've never actually read sci-fi without telling me. Because, let me tell you, I would go to a sci-fi author for an accurate reading of the future, or like a prediction, rather than a, like an oracle or someone who, you know, those crystal ball things. Because a lot of hard sci-fi is very much predicting a lot of things. We have some fascinating people in our country. I've met real flat earthers. I don't know if the flat earther I talked to... Oh god, you are not working again. I don't know if the flat earther I talked to once, if he was being sarcastic and my autistic butt didn't understand that. Or if he actually was believing in it. It depends. They probably won't take neurodivergent people or depressed people. Well... Hey, at least that's an out for a lot of people who do not want to participate in such a pointless war. Like, they're essentially killing themselves for pedos. Like, why? You. Don't do that. You're so much more worth than that. I mean, Trump recently has said he wants to end the war, but... I don't know. I don't really believe anything that comes out of that guy's mouth. He also always flip-flops. And now isn't he bragging about having to do like cognitive tests, but I'm pretty sure he's being subjected to dementia tests. Like, imagine bragging to your audience that you're doing dementia tests. That is just really sad. They generally aren't sarcastic, I found. I mean, the one I knew, I don't think, at least I hope, because that guy wanted to be a pilot, and I don't know how being a pilot and being a flat earther, like, that is just, that doesn't work. You just bought DoorDash? Another DoorDash? Damn, what is it this time? Yesterday it was Kentucky Fried Chicken. I had lasagna today, but like made a recipe from my nonna from Italy. So really authentic. It was tasty. Alright, roughly a minute remaining. Today is Paul Keys, which is Asian. Oh, I've never heard of Paul Keys. We got some really good Asian restaurants here, or just in general. That's another thing, Kaiser, if you ever go to Europe again, although I think you were in Europe before a couple of times, if I remember it correctly. But yeah, we are just so, so privileged when it comes to food. Not just with the quality of life, but the food quality that we have in Luxembourg. Not everywhere in Europe, but in Luxembourg, like all of these, I said it before, but I'm gonna say it again. All of these really nasty things that you saw in Gordon Ramsay's shows that would never fly here. Like, if there are several tales of restaurants being that low quality, and they essentially, that's the last time you hear from them because the government checks and then they get immediately closed. So our quality of the food is just really high. The standards are really high. Don't know if the same thing goes for Belgium, because again, Belgium for me, that might sound really harsh, but Belgium for me is the country I gotta drive through to get to the Netherlands. So I haven't really eaten that many places in Belgium. I have, but not that many. And if I did, it was usually French fries, which they are known to make the best French fries worldwide. I don't like the term French fries because it's not the French that made them or invented them. But yeah, Belgium, if you really want fantastic chocolate, apparently fantastic beer, which I can't talk about. I hate beer regardless where it's coming from. But yeah, great chocolate, great beer, great French fries. And they don't put ketchup on French fries because they think it's a abomination, which is interesting. Of course, as a tourist, you still get it if you want it. You can ask. But in the Netherlands and in Belgium, usually they don't eat it with ketchup. That's the thing that you see. I visited Europe once, amazing place. I mean, yeah, there's great places in Europe. There's probably also places in Europe where I wouldn't want to be. Then again, I am European. I've lived here forever, but still, in my short life that I've existed on this planet, I haven't seen every part of Europe. Like, I haven't been to Bulgaria and all of those places. Czechoslovakia, all of these I haven't been. I also haven't been to Portugal, for example. Denmark, I've never been. There's so many places in Europe where I never was. And I need to change that. But traveling, traveling is expensive. That requires money. And before I get a stable job, I don't think I'm gonna be traveling that much. Maybe except the Netherlands, because I know people there where can sleep for, like, crash for free. But other than that, I don't really know any people in Spain or in Portugal. Although, maybe Portugal, I have Portuguese friends who are in Luxembourg. Maybe I can do something. The United States does really good food. I'd argue a lot of Gordon's show is not the standard of American food. I hope, for the sake of you guys, because what I've seen, oof. Really oof. However, I mean this only when I speak of the different types of food we have access to. Our food is much lower quality than Europe. I mean, you've got stuff like ingredients and chemicals in your food that are not allowed in the EU. So I might be really skeptical if I'll ever be in the US and I want to eat. I mean, same goes for the US. There are amazing places and places you'd never want to go. Yeah, I think that's true for every region. You have a friend in Portugal? Oh, in Lisbon, that's the capital. No, that's a pink Mew. I want a blue Mew. Went to Portugal in 2019. Want to see Bosnia and Annecy in France. Oh, Annecy, my husband went with friends from his university. Because they have an animation festival there. And he says it was beautiful. So Annecy is also a place I want to go. Go and see for myself. I wasn't with him in Annecy. I would have loved to come, but I had my own university stuff going on. And yeah, I couldn't. But from the pictures that I saw, it looks really nice. Why Annecy though in your case? Have you heard of it, or do you know someone who has been there? Tried Cheez-Its today. I didn't like them. They taste like fake cheese despite the box saying 100% real cheese. Cheese, are we eating candy again? Or maybe unhealthy food because ew, Cheez-Its. And usually I love cheese, but that like... You know, I'm from Europe, you can get fantastic cheese. I'm surrounded by countries who are known for really fantastic cheese, so... Anything that's like this I don't even touch because it's just bleh, why? Been found that a lot of chemicals in processed American foods aren't good for the body. So if you ever come to America, do be careful about what and where you eat. Yeah, I think I would go and read up about everything that you allow that isn't allowed in the EU, which last time I checked that was actually a pretty long list. But I'm not gonna go to the US now because, or close in the future. I want to wait for the fascism to go away. Well, okay, it can't go away 100%, but you know what I mean. Not with that silly dictator at your, you know, at the top. And I know people who, like I have friends. Like Shinigami Riko, for example. He has been to, I think, every continent except the Antarctic. Like, he travels a lot. He has a good job, so he can. And, yeah, he told me things about the US, where they checked his phone and his social media history. And apparently they will not right now let you in if you're too left. So I think... Even if I would be able to go to the US right now, I think they would not let me in because I'd be too woke for them. When I googled Bosnia and Herzegovina, I was like, I have had dreams that look like this. I also want to go there, but like it's a far drive, and you know how I feel about planes. Or maybe like a sleep train. You know these trains that you can board? Where you sleep in them and they go by night. I'd be very interested in booking one like that because my brother has taken one of these to go to Rome and he said it was really nice. He had his own compartment to sleep in and everything. And he was essentially sleeping in a train, and when he woke up he was where he wanted to be. Speaking of cheese, I think you know what I'm going to make now. So you're eating Asian takeout and then on top of that you're gonna eat some cheese? Wow, someone's really hungry. In 2019 I went to Lisbon and Porto, googled nicest places in France and it said Annecy. Yeah, I mean, there's a city literally called Nice. I mean, it's pronounced Nis, not nice, but it is actually nice. Like, the name is pretty fitting. Nice I've been multiple times, it's pretty nice. It's essentially a French-Italian town. Have you ever been to Monaco? That's another one I would suggest going to. Maybe once in your life. It's not like a destination where I want to go again and again, because it's a very small country and there's not really that much to see. Like, you're gonna see so many Rolls Royces and Maybachs and cars that you've never heard of, like the cars that cost millions. So you're gonna see a lot of very expensive crap there. And they have a nice aquarium, and they have the Monte Carlo thing, but that's pretty much it. Of course, you can also go and see the castle of the royals, but you can do that in, like, you can do a Monaco trip in one day, And then you've seen pretty much everything. Monaco is much smaller than Luxembourg, and Luxembourg is already pretty small. And Monaco is really, really, really expensive. Like, super expensive. I would not take a hotel there because you'd pay way too much. I'd take a hotel very close to, I don't know, like either the French or the Italian border. No real cheese when you slaughter a goat, mac and cheese. You don't have to slaughter goats to get cheese, you know, you can just milk them. Haven't been to Monaco if you were asking me. Yeah, I was asking you. It's worth it just once to see it. I actually want to go to the aquarium again to see if they had sharks that you could pet. That was pretty cool. Hey there, Fabled Phantom. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? What is your pun for today? You gotta hate Russian dolls. They're so full of themselves. Ah, like Matryoshka dolls, one inside of the other. But yeah, Monaco is worth, I mean, where I really want to go back is Austria. It's been a really long time since I've been there. In 1 year, it's gonna be 10 years since I was last in Austria in 2017. And I was there because I was traveling with my parents. So that was, you know, much cheaper then. For me. Alright, 3 seconds. But yeah, Austria has some, like, amazing views. You can book, like, a wooden log hotel. And you have a view directly to a beautiful mountain with rivers and everything. It looks beautiful. It's and Vienna is a really interesting city. I know multiple people who studied there, and they never came back to Luxembourg. At one point they just said, nah, you know what, I'm gonna stay in Vienna. Because they like it so much. And yeah, one of these friends, whenever he is in Luxembourg, we do something, because most of the time he just stays in Vienna because he likes it so much, which I do see why. I mean, personally, I have other capitals that I love more, but yeah, Vienna is beautiful. Not sure if they'd keep you out for being too left per se, but if you said anything controversial that happens to be left-leaning, such being glad at about Charlie Kirk, you'd probably be kept out. Well, I haven't really said anything about Charlie Kirk directly. Maybe they would have to dig through all of my past live streams. I don't know if they would do that. But I'd actually be scared. Maybe I'm a bit too paranoid about that, but I don't know. I'd definitely wait until not that I can go to the US right now anyway, because that would cost a lot of money and I'd need to book a flight. And I hate flying, so I'd see to book like a boat, and that would also be super expensive. And right now that's just not... Yeah, maybe another time in my life. I always forget Monaco exists. Is it like a rich person's country? Oh yeah, it is. Like, it is a lot of... Like, when you go there, I've never seen that many Rolls Royces in my life before. Like, even though Luxembourg has some really big cars, you see a lot of Mercedes AMGs and Porsche and expensive Audis. And sometimes a Lamborghini and something like that. But in Monaco, like, almost everyone has a car like this. It's incredible. Like, you see that almost everywhere. And so many villas. Almost only rich people live there exclusively. And I think that the neoliberal politicians that are in power right now in Luxembourg, I think they want Luxembourg to be the second Monaco, which I do not want. Just only, like, rich people living there. A lot of the Monaco people, which we call monégas, or they call themselves in French les monégas, they actually don't live in the country because it's too expensive. They live across the border. Get this, managed to snag Pokemon Colosseum copy for $70. Yeah, that's not too bad. Nice. See what I did there? Snag? Yeah, like you snag the Shadowmon. Badumts. Oh, you're so punny today again. But that's how I know you. It's a great mechanic though. Okay, can I get a blue Mew now? That would be really good. Really great. Oh my god, are you serious? Oh boy. Oh well, another hour? Jeez, it's been 2 hours now and still no shiny. Jeez, jeez, jeez. Okay, maybe... I'm gonna go, I think I'm gonna go with the puzzle one. That one's colorful. Criticizing the American government could definitely keep you out of place or on some kind of watch list. It's awful how that's apparently the no. Yeah, and see, I've been doing that. And yeah, I don't know, I wouldn't risk it. I mean, to be fair, I really do want to see the US at least once in my life, right? There's certain places I want to see with my own eyes. But at the same time, I would also be kind of scared in the US because of the gun laws. And, okay, don't take this the wrong way. I'm not saying that every European driver is great, but man, the dashcam videos of US drivers, man, that is scary. I don't know what's up with you people, but I thought the French people were the worst drivers, but I didn't know crap. Like I've seen some really crazy stuff on there. Should I buy a honey walnut shrimp too? I don't know, do you want it? I'm surprised they never made a shadow Pokemon, or at least Shadow Lugia in a limited Pokemon to catch in the main games, like in an event or something. I would love for them to make another... Like, that's what I wanted Champions to be, actually. Like, a third installment to the series, like, Colosseum XD, and then another one where you have a main story with Shadowmon, and then you have, like, a competitive, oh, it's on, like... It's gonna get used to host tournaments kind of deal. That would be cool, but no. They didn't do that. That and also Primal Dialga. Yeah, that's essentially Shadow Dialga for Mystery Dungeon, since we already got Primal Groudon on Kyogre. Wait, where's Primal Groudon on Kyogre? Is that not an anime-only thing? Or am I mixing something up? Just always forget that Europe has like four microstates. I have to wonder how those countries survive historically, excluding the Vatican. Well, yeah, we have Luxembourg, we have Monaco, we have Liechtenstein, we have Andorra. So we have more than 4 microstates. Even though some people would say Luxembourg is not a microstate, just a very small country. I'm not sure where they draw the line in terms of area. Like, when is it a micronation and when is it a small country? Imgur has been banned in the UK. Okay, weird. The Colosseum games needs a Switch remake for sure. Right, they put it on. They put the XD one on the GameCube for Switch 2, but not Colosseum. Or did they put? No, I think they did put Colosseum. Oh, that's not a pink. That's not a blue Mew. I want a pink. Nah, brain. I want a blue shiny Mew. There we go. Primal Groudon from the Auras. Well, that's not primal in the way that Dialga is. Okay, I thought like we had legit Shadow Groudon and Shadow Kyogre. That would be pretty cool. I mean, we did get Shadow Mewtwo in Pokémon. I don't know if that really counts. You can't take videos of dashcams and use that as standard of drive. Yeah, that's true. We have millions more drivers than any European country, so we also have a higher proportion of bad drivers. To be fair, we're like neighbors to the French people. Have you seen French driving? Okay, I'm being a bit facetious here, but you're right though, that's a bias that I have. I'm blue dabba dee dabba dee. Unfortunately, it's not a blue Mew. You read it as diving. Been driving for 7 or so years now. I've never encountered an incident like in those videos. Oh, that's a good thing. I hope you never encounter an incident like this. How long have I... I've been... This December it will be 10 years. I actually got my my driver's license very late, if you think about it. Like others I know, most I know got it at 18. At 18 I was not... Like, I did not have the driver's license at all. Was thinking of Monaco, Liechtenstein, San Marino is another one, yes. The Vatican, forgot about Andorra. Wouldn't consider Luxembourg to be a microstate. I wonder where the cutoff is though. Like, when is it a microstate and when is it just small? I legit wonder where the cutoff is. Recently saw some Korean Pokemon packs for sale. With $4 a pack, I thought, why not? Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Hit rates are pretty good to my surprise. Then again, it's the affordable way to collect these days. And oh, right, I can imagine that with Korean cards. Just Korean cards in general being much less expensive. I can imagine. With all of these crazy scalpers. Yeah, guys, looks like this is gonna be another stream. Maybe, let's see, 2 parts, 3 parts, 4 parts, I don't know. At least I hope that I get the Mew. At the very least, like 1. Okay, let's see. No, that's a normal Mew. Okay, and Eontimer is having weird problems again. Because nothing can work correctly like it should. There we go. Those dashcam videos are really scary. I always wondered how those people got their licenses. Yeah, absolutely. I've seen some crazy things on there. But I think the craziest dashcam videos are still from Russia. Learned, however, that America is generally less strict with driving laws and requirements. Yeah, see, that's... We have really strict laws there in Europe, and I would be kind of scared. The art is still as great as the Japanese and US. Well, yeah, I mean, it's the same art, right? Just the text is different. Would it really be a problem if it's in Hangul? I don't think so. I mean, you can still translate it. Or just look up the text of the American one. I don't know if you're rather... I guess you're more of a physical collector. I have a friend of a friend who is a card collector, but like on a mobile app. Probably why we have drivers like that in the first place. I know certain states don't require someone to take a driver's ED course before getting your license, which is insane to me. That is also insane to me. Like, what the hell? Why would you not at least have to drive on the road? Like, just the theory, that doesn't work. That's not sufficient. That we still have laws like that in a supposed first world country is just baffling to me. To be fair though, the theoretical test for in Luxembourg to get your license is too easy. If you look at the German one, oof, so much harder. But sometimes people have such crappy driving, I really wonder where the hell they got their license from. And when you want to borrow or buy a car, here in Europe they always ask for a driver's license, because apparently a lot of people here try to drive without a license, which definitely would explain some people's driving skills. If they don't know what the hell they are doing, then that would explain a lot of things. But yeah, I mean, dash cams aren't allowed in Luxembourg, but I've seen some crazy driving in Luxembourg too. And we do have rather high road fatality numbers for such a small country, I gotta say. Not saying we are better drivers. I'm actually kind of ashamed sometimes with what I see on the road. Okay, can I get Mew now, please, Shiny? Please, 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 no. Come on, it's 23:10. It's largely dependent on the state though, depending on how strict the driving laws are. Unsurprisingly, it's usually the Republican states that allow this stuff. Why am I not surprised? Why am I not shocked? America was a first world country by the standards of the 1960s. A lot has changed. Yeah, I mean, some people have called me crazy, but I still stand by it. I don't know if I can really call the US a first world country, because you got some serious wealth disparity issue, like slums and all that stuff. Tent cities of homeless people. All of these trailer park things, like that is unheard of in Europe. I'm sure that somewhere you have something similar, but like you have it, like the how common it is in the US, no. Of course we have neighborhoods that are poorer than others, or like maybe not as nice to live in. But it's never like trailer park level. It's sad how some things have changed, isn't it? Oh, I wanted to ask you, Kaiser, do you think that he'll stop with the Iran war, or do you think no, this is gonna drag on and on and on? Because airlines are already talking about not like cancelling flights en masse because they don't have any kerosene anymore. Or rather, they're gonna run out of it this summer, maybe. Okay, roughly 30 seconds remaining. Let's see if this one will be it. Hopefully. The wealth in the hands of the rich, the world-class medical treatment is in the hand of the rich. Nobody can get jobs, and education is now becoming a rich-only thing. Yeah, that's like... Usually you have that in like third world countries where only the super rich can afford anything. And the rest, well, they're just unlucky. Okay, what do we have now? Please. Please be blue. God damn it. Yeah, trailer parks for people who can't afford homes but are too rich to be homeless. Really sad places. I mean, just the concept of a trailer park was kind of confusing me in the beginning when I was learning about trailer parks' existence. Because you don't really have an analog to that here. We also don't have homeless tent cities or like places where there's tons of homeless tents or like tents where homeless people live. Of course, we also have homeless people, more than enough, unfortunately, but usually not like what you see. Where was it, in California? Was it California or Florida, where there's like tents and like tons of tents, and you have essentially tent cities? He's been off and on with wanting to stop it and wanting to exterminate a nation. I think it all depends on his dementia. Oh boy, I know you're not allowed to say this, but I hope he bites the dust soon. Not that I mean, the scary thing about JD Vance is he's gonna take over and he's smarter than Trump. Not that that's really a hard thing to do. I'm pretty sure my goldfish that I used to have was smarter than Trump. But still. Did you know, Omni, that one person said you sounded like an owl? Yeah, I do remember that. Apparently, sometimes I sound like an owl. Although, I don't really get it. I don't think I sound like an owl. But if you think I am an owl, you are mistaken. Hoo 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 hoo. No, that's a pigeon. Never mind. We have owls here, actually. I've had that happen in a stream, I think it was 2 years ago, where I was just silent for like a while. I was blabbing and blabbing, and then I was suddenly silent because I saw 2 reflective circles in the outside the window, and I was trying to focus to see what the hell that is, and then I realized it was actually the reflective eyes of an owl. And the owl was staring at me. But it wasn't there to stare at me or watch my stream. It was there because there was a rat somewhere close. Still remember that moment. Everywhere that's not California or Florida, it's everywhere. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. But yeah, I've heard the homelessness situation is pretty extreme in those 2 cities. Or states, rather. Okay, time to click on the Mew. Did it work this time? Please, game, please. Oh, the punchline with... Who? Who said that I sound like an owl, and then who? Sorry. Sometimes I'm too autistic for these things to work. But the funny thing is, I had a viewer once. I mean, he's not here anymore because he kind of was Nazi posting. I think you know who I'm talking about, some of you guys here. But he said that apparently sometimes I sound like an angry owl. I don't think that I'd agree, but then again, I've never heard an angry owl. Deoxys still at 0. No one wants to see Deoxys. No one cares about Deoxys. I don't even know if you'll get to Deoxys or anything else at this point, honestly. Because, I mean... Yeah, you can see. I am very unlucky or just not really precise lately. But hey, at least I'll maybe get the shiny Mew out. And that means more streams, so well good, right? But at least the Mew, that would be nice. I don't know about owls, but our cat brought in a rabbit last night in the house and let it loose. Oh no. Oh boy. Oh, that poor rabbit. To be fair, it's always like a oh no, because you don't want to have a wild animal somewhere in your house. You don't know what kind of diseases they got, or if they have ticks or something like that. So yeah, I wouldn't also exactly be happy if I had a cat that brought me a wild rabbit. Extra bad here, but my small hometown of around 6,000 is even having issues with homelessness. We have a sizable proportion of homeless people. So many houses are sitting empty, and I think you guys have more empty houses than homeless people. Which isn't that crazy. Like, try to explain that, like, to aliens. I wonder what they would think. It's just really sad. The number of homeless people in Luxembourg is also continuously growing, because it's really easy to become homeless when the standard of living is, or not the standard of living, sorry, the cost of living is so ridiculously high. Okay, here we go. It was a feisty one. Oh boy, those are the worst. And that's not a shiny Mew. Boo! Normal Mew isn't good enough. Trying to pounce when corner squeaking. Hard to trap with a cat carrier to escort it out and of course poor fella was confused as heck. Yeah, I mean, I get it. The poor animal doesn't know what the hell is going on, right? And of course it's gonna be very afraid when a big naked ape directly staring at it just tries to catch it. Of course that the animal thinks, oh god, I'm gonna get eaten now. And yeah, I've never thought that they could scream, but man, rabbits can scream, and it's really, yeah, sounds really weird and kind of creepy, as in either they're pretty silent or they scream bloody murder. Keenox, good times. Yeah, I really hope he turns around. And I hope he understands that I was not antagonizing him, that I was trying to say, hey, you kind of got some wacky ideas that you should definitely get out of your head, and you shouldn't be angry and mad when people call you a Nazi, when you say Nazi crap, like the white extinctions conspiracy theory, or white replacement. Like, you can't just say, oh yeah, whites are dying out, which no, they are not. They're definitely not. There's billions of them out in the world. And, like, just people talking about human clones as if they were dog breeds. It's crazy. The US is facing a huge homelessness epidemic, and it's all because nobody can afford anything. Oh, it's also happening here in Luxembourg. Maybe not as extreme, but lately like last time when we went out shopping with my husband, we seen more people sleeping on the street, like sleeping somewhere on a bench, and oh man. And usually here, like, they get blamed. I wish, like, Luxembourg tries to, and I'm saying that to be, like, brutally honest, Luxembourg likes to LARP as a super progressive country, but we're not. Like, I know so many people who really think that it's the homeless person's fault for not having a home, and that they should just work hard and then they'll find a job. Not a job, they get a house, but no, we know that it's not that easy. It used to be easy. I know a lot of boomers retired now who, if they have to start over now, they would not get anything. Like with their amount of, like their reading comprehension skills that are barely there, and then they don't even have a high school diploma, and yet they had jobs that paid like a bachelor's degree would pay now. And they're like, oh, it was I worked hard as a, when I was young and I got a house. Yeah, okay, because houses were so much cheaper and you could just have a family on one guy's salary and that would be like fine and dandy, but that doesn't work anymore. And now even the woman is, like both partners are expected to work the whole day. Yeah, nobody can find any jobs. That's also a big problem now in Luxembourg. Was thinking of maybe should I try becoming a taxi driver, because I do like driving. And I'm kind of, I mean, I'm not really in a position anymore where I'm saying, okay, I only want specific jobs. And like the ones that fit my profile, they don't really answer. Like even that space, or not space, but science center, like I still don't have. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna take me because they wanted someone with a master's degree, which sucks so much. Like I could do that job without a master's degree. I'm already yapping science facts in my everyday life. Like I'd be so good for that job, but no, you have to have a master's and blah blah blah. It just sucks. I just ordered half a pound of roast pig with white rice. Wow, someone is super hungry. Gave him plenty of chances to turn around. Your husband debated him like 4 times in the survey. Yeah. Was actually him losing patience much quicker than I did. Can't say I blame him. He had his chances to turn around and chose to go deeper in. I hope he turns around as well. Yeah, but again, I'm not his mom. He's a grown adult. I wouldn't like, he kept saying, ha ha ha, I'm not gonna get deported, I'm a blonde guy. Yeah, I don't know if that's really correct. Like, he's not a pure US citizen, quote unquote. So yes, he can also get deported. If ICE can shoot a blonde woman with blue eyes, he can have the same fate. He was kind of cocky about that. Oh well. I just hope he turns around. It's hard to crawl out of a rabbit hole. True, it is, but I have seen people crawl out of or getting out of very deep rabbit holes, and I'm speaking like full-on conspiracy theory, pretty or very right-leaning, or people my nephew knew who were incels, and then they're not incels anymore. And then suddenly they got a girlfriend. Wow, crazy how that works, right? Then they suddenly had a personality and hygiene, and they weren't hating women, and then suddenly women were interested in them. Back when boomers were in college, they could pay tuition, washing dishes. Yeah, exactly. They could buy a home off of minimum wage. That's just not how the world works now. Yeah, exactly. I had to explain that to them too. And you can't just go... I've done it because my parents have told me, oh, don't just go there with your CV. I did that, and what happened? They looked at me like I was crazy. No one does that anymore. That's just not how it works. You gotta do it via online. It's just not it's not the 60s and 70s anymore. Like all of that stuff that works for them just doesn't work anymore. $20? Yeah, that's pretty cheap for such a big meal. And that's not a shiny Mew. Ew. I want it blue. Dabba dee dabba die. But yeah, you can crawl out of a rabbit hole, although I do admit it is very hard. I don't know if you know that video, how to de-radicalize a normie? Or how normies get radicalized. I don't remember the exact name, but it has like stickman figures. It's actually a really good video about how normal people just get radicalized into very far right thinking spaces. Also, what's not helping are those quote unquote influencers or these freaking white male podcasters, because if there's one thing a white man does nowadays, apparently it's making a podcast. Yeah, anything is possible. It's really difficult, but I've seen it before. Usually it happens when like life gets really serious and then they suddenly realize, oh wait, I've been duped. And to be honest, I kind of get it from like a psychological perspective. Who likes to admit that the thing they put all of their poker chips on, so to speak, like in a not a literal sense but figuratively speaking, who wants to admit that everything they bet on, like that they've been duped and completely duped? No one likes to admit that, right? I get it. I get that. But unfortunately, that's just a thing. You know, it's a thing that more people need to be okay with. Inspecting yourself, being okay. Am I being rational? Am I being biased? But it seems like metacognition is just something a lot of people are incapable of doing that. I don't know what it is, but a lot of people never question their thinking patterns. They never question or see if they might be biased, either culturally or the way they've been raised, or, you know, the kind of bubble that they're in. And that's just, to me, it's alien. Like, I may be the other extreme. I keep on thinking, no, always criticizing everything in my head that I'm doing. Always thinking, I don't think this is a good thing. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong. So I'm always pretty much as a voice criticizing it. That's also not really healthy, right? But just explaining how never thinking about your own thinking. I didn't think that was a thing, but how naive I was. Of course, not everyone's gonna think like me. Well, that much is obvious, but yeah, I think it depends on many factors as to if you're able to get out of a rabbit hole like that. But there's also people that got out of cults. Okay, let's see. Please be blue. Please be blue. Please. Okay. It's gonna be like the stream yesterday. I'm just seeing it already. I'm calling it. It's hard to admit you're wrong, or there's something wrong with yourself. It takes a lot of strength. Yeah, it does. I think that's also why I think everyone should at least experience an ego death once in their lives. Ego death is just something that I think it's freeing. And you don't really need drugs to achieve that, right? I haven't never taken these mushrooms in my life. Apparently, a lot of people get an extreme ego death with these psychedelic mushrooms. I am kind of scared taking these mushrooms. I don't know. I mean, not like they're not really that. They're not like other drugs, as in they are very easy to overdose on or medically dangerous. But I don't know what I would see. I've never taken anything that psychedelic before. Although I gotta admit, I'm very curious how that would be, but yeah, every single time I walked past that mushroom shop in Amsterdam, I never actually bought anything because first, I gotta set money aside anyway. Buying drugs right now should not be my my priority, right? I don't think I need to elaborate on that. Being wrong means I can learn something new. I know, James. It seems like I don't really have a problem being wrong. I'm actually really happy when someone teaches me something, especially here in chat, for example. Sometimes I learn something. Sometimes I learn, oh, okay. I've been wrong all this time, so I learned something. I'm of the same opinion, but James, a lot of people, it's actually a minority of people thinking like us, thinking, oh, being wrong is nice because I get to learn. Because they take it personally, right? It's a blow against their ego, which is another thing, or a thinking pattern that I'll never understand. But maybe it's also the way I was raised. Is it the way that, I don't know, maybe it's a gene thing? I don't know if it's, in my case, if it's a nature or nurture thing. Maybe it's probably both, but I don't know, man. I just got raised to be humble, not be arrogant, always think about what you're doing. I clawed myself out of the rabbit hole myself. Yeah, that too. You've talked about it yesterday as well. Back when I was maybe 12 to 13, I was falling into the rabbit hole myself. First step is realizing that it's happening, but that is also the hardest. Yeah, that's true. I think that might be one of the hardest, that might be one of the things that make it so hard, right? The first step is the hardest. Accepting or seeing that you're wrong. Like seeing it in the first place. Because I think a lot of people are also pretty much, they gotta be lying to themselves. Like, how else would they still stick to their beliefs, even though they're presented with factual evidence? That's also a thing that I'll never understand. I love Melee's soundtrack. I mean, at one point, at 14, I was also thinking, oh yeah, like capitalism is actually the logical step, and then at one point I read theory, and I was like, wait, okay, I've been bamboozled all this time, but I accepted it. I use it as a learning opportunity. And now that's also my approach to learning. Like, what I know, I know that everything I know could be maybe proven wrong tomorrow. Potentially. And ever since I've adapted that mental flexibility, I've been feeling so much better. And it's very handy too. Like, it's... when you're that analytical and you actually think about your own thinking, metacognition... that's a powerful tool. If you master metacognition, that makes you several steps ahead compared to a lot of people. I can only recommend it. It's very important. I think everyone should develop it, but I'm not even sure if everyone can develop metacognition. Or if they're willing to. I mean, you gotta be willing to change, right? You can't just change like that. You gotta first accept that, and I think that's where it, like you said, Kaiser comes in. The first step is usually where it fails. Played a lot of FPS games when I was around an age, so a lot of the YouTubers I watch were very women in video games equals bad. Yeah, I see, which is a very slippery slope to... yeah, it is a slippery slope to incel ideology. It is. Man, and as a woman, I'm like, why are you antagonizing us so much? Like, we get blamed for so many things, and we're already the gender that doesn't get treated that well compared to the other gender, or well, in this case, men. Non-binary people might even have it worse. But then again, I'm not non-binary, so I wouldn't really know. But from what I know from non-binary people I know, oof, some... like, it's one thing when people think, oh, you're a woman, so you're below me, but what they've told me, how they're being seen, they're being seen as if they're not even human at all, which is arguably worse. I just wonder, look, stop blaming women. Like, we get blamed for enough crap, okay? It's not my fault you can't get laid in, so... I didn't pick to be like this. I just happened to be born as a woman and be cis. So, what's the big idea? What's the deal? And then they externalize it, and then also with the not so nice, I would say, socialization of a lot of boys. Like, they're being essentially... With what I've heard, talking to a lot of men, the way they're being raised is pretty much, oh, you gotta mask all of your feelings. Like, you should never be emotional, except for anger. Anger is socially acceptable to show as a man in this society. And then they just, at one point when they anger, they do not block that. And then their frustrations that they have, they just project onto women. Which, that's pretty unfair. I mean, again, it's not my fault. Anyways, I'm going to head out for now. Thanks for the stream as usual. Well, thank you for being part of the stream as usual. And I hope you're gonna be in tomorrow's stream as well. And as for the rest, I hope, or I wish you a good night. Sleep tight and do not let the bedbugs bite. Oh, by the way, James, you can actually tap yourself on the shoulder. Like, seriously pat yourself for having that thinking. Like, being wrong is nice because I can learn something. Because let me tell you, a lot of people do not have that. Like, they... Just the mere thought of potentially being wrong is already very destructive to the ego. Which I think, I mean, last time I was thinking like that, I was a small child. So I'm actually, gotta be honest here, I'm actually kind of looking down on people who think like that. It's kind of like, come on, you've had all of this time to grow, to become a better person, and then you do this, really? Oh, you got another comment? Before I go, I'll share my thoughts. A lot of men are threatened by women and their ability to challenge their worldview or power. Many men are taught that men are meant to be strong and in control. Yeah, and that's another thing, like, you're being taught that, but, like, no, like, no one should be in control or have more power. You can have a powerful woman, you can have a powerful man. Like, that thing shouldn't be gendered in the first place. Especially if you look back into human history. All that thing with, oh, it's only men who hunted and it was women who was the gatherer. No, that's not true. Women hunted as well. Of course we did, because we're also apex predators. That girly girl ape is also a apex predator. Doesn't matter if she's a girl. She has to hunt, she has to get mammoth pelt as well. So just as much as the guy does. That's just the way it is. It'd be nice if we'd just not focus on gender so much. In that aspect, like, come on. I know there are some actual differences. And I'm not saying those don't exist, but just the way we're handling it right now is not really ideal. It's more clouded by ideology that's unnecessary than anything else. Anything straight scientific, and this is not a blue Mew. I am disappointed. Man, I've been streaming for almost 3 hours and it's happening again. Oh well. More streams, I guess. Alright, then I can fill my schedule then, before I have the long hiatus. Doesn't help that what you said about male socialization is very true. So they see independent women as rivals rather than fellow people and think, yeah, exactly. I just want men to see me and other women as fellow people and thinkers. And not as, like, rivals or competition. We're humans, just like you. We're not mysterious creatures, right? I'm back with a full stomach, more or less. Oh, I bet. And I still have no shiny Mew, can you believe it? Oh boy. Oh well, I'm gonna try until midnight, and yeah, this is gonna go for another stream, definitely. Let's see when I'll be able to do it. I think I might actually have to do this one first then. Because I now saved in front of the Mew. I don't know if I can go back, if it's still gonna be there. This is why I kind of hope that I get the Mew pretty soon. Doesn't help that a lot of men equate feminism and misandry, so they believe all women who stand up for themselves to be part of the problem. I know this because I still get... Yeah... Oh my god, so many people say, even women, man, even women that I know who say, oh, I hate feminists. Like, no, you don't really know what feminism is. And then they say, oh yeah, it's when they want to be on, you know, not politically on top, not like sexually on top, right? If they want to dominate, like, no, they just want equality. They want justice, that's it. And the patriarchy is actually hurting men too, but they're not really... A lot of them don't seem to understand that. My fortune cookie is flaming you. It says learn from your mistakes and see them as opportunities for growth. Oh, that's actually really fitting to what we were discussing before. About people not understanding that they're wrong. And that you need to understand that you're wrong in order for more growth to happen. Videos on occasion from the far right that show me that this is true. I mean, recently I was recommended a video from a channel named effing Pepe Tales. Oh god. What a stupid cringeworthy channel name. Poor, like, the original frog thing, I don't know if he's called Pepe, but... Man, they really have to ruin so many things. Everything the right touches turns to crap, I swear. Okay, 10 seconds left. Five. Please. Wrong? I'm not wrong. Just kidding, yeah. Oh, god damn it. Really? Really? Oh, am I wrong? I mean, all of us are wrong at one point in our lives. No human is perfect. I hope I do get the Mew at least. Come on. 30 minutes remaining, come on, please. The video was about feminism oppressing men. Oh boy. Some bullcrap trying to rile up gullible or manipulatable men to hate feminism. The video was named something like, oh boy. I can pretty much already guess what it's gonna be named, but yeah. But it's wrong to say that we were never always right. I mean, yeah, no one's always right. That I don't think that exists. Because we're fallible, we're human. That's just the way... I was wrong about a lot of things, and instead of taking that seriously, and letting that hurt my ego, I use it as an opportunity to learn. Because it's by being wrong, by doing mistakes is how we learn as well. Female HR enforces male silence rule. Feminists shocked when men stay silent. With an angry feminist as a fun. Oh, let me guess, it's Big Red, because they keep riding on the Big Red thing. Like, that's the one, flip out woman, like that one crash out that a woman had, and they keep riding it. And every time someone brings up Big Red, I'm like, wow, you're stuck in 2015 or what? I have to wonder what those videos like that accomplish beyond hate. Well, I think you already answered your question. Alright, 1 minute remaining. But yeah, I'm just tired of, with now crimes against women are also shooting up, like as if we don't have it already, we don't have it hard enough. God. I call that Karenergistic behavior. I mean, yeah, there's Karens out there, right? But they're completely misrepresenting the... just how many women are like this, or that they're fearing... I think essentially what I'm thinking is men are afraid that we treat them like men treat us. And that says a lot about men and not that much about us. And also that stupid thinking of, oh, men need to lead and women can't lead. Yeah, that's not true. Anthropologically speaking, it's definitely not true. And why is this Mew not blue? That is just really annoying. Come on. Be blue already. More melee music. Always welcome. Was an AI generated photo of a feminist, I believe, which honestly makes it... yeah, that makes it much worse, actually. And then they use AI, which wastes a lot of water to... oh, God. Horrible timeline that we live in. If I make it to old age, and if I do ever have grandchildren, I have some, like, the crazy crap that I'll have to explain. And then I probably have to answer, but why didn't they do anything? And like, I don't know. I'll post a thumbnail in general chat. Took a screenshot of it and made fun of it with my friends. Oh, that's... at least you can make fun of it, right? Let me Google to see if the flowers do make difference or not. Yeah, I mean... I'm not sure myself if the flowers do advance frames. That's what you need to look up. And that's why I'm kind of staying longer at the start screen. But yeah, this is kind of getting ridiculous now. It's already very close to the end of the stream. Flower animations do not forward the frame. Are you sure? Like, don't take anything from AI generated. When you Google something, I never accept the AI answer because very often it's wrong. Wait, let me check as well, actually. Not that I don't believe you're right, but check your Discord PM? Okay. See, that is a AI generated answer. Sorry, I'm not believing that. I'll never believe any AI answer. I post in general, it's just ridiculous that men unironically watch this. Yeah, and then we get the hate, even though it's not our fault. Again. Yet another thing where women get the fault, even though it's not our fault. Okay, seconds. And that's also not a blue Mew, jeez. Alright, I'll check out general now. Oh, okay. Oh my god, even with 4chan, like something from... jeez. Oh my god. Is this rage bait or does he really think like that? That's the question, right? And I wouldn't be surprised if that was also completely made up. Because people like to make up scenarios just rage baiting. Ooh, it's not looking good. Or it's gonna be like yesterday where I get I think I got the Rayquaza at the very end. Like, very close to midnight. Oh well. Okay, that sounds like Game Boy music, but it's actually from... Well, it is from the first game, but this is from Kirby's Air Ride right now. Still haven't played Kirby Air Riders. I mean, there's a worse problem to have, right? But I have so many other things I need to save money for. I could buy a Switch too, but like other things are definitely more important right now. I think it's a bit of both. Rage bait will make money. Yeah, Rage bait makes really good money. That's true. Also believe it's probably entirely made up and have said so to many of my friends. Yeah, it probably is not a real thing. I googled it this time, still says the same thing, that the flowers do not advance the frame. Can you send me a screenshot of that? Excuse me. I don't know why all of a sudden I'm coughing. Okay. Moment of truth. Then it's gonna be one more resend, and if it's not blue by then the challenge has failed. Completely. And yeah, that's not... Okay, last chance. Last chance. Check general, alright. Let me check. Ven Mings, that's also the AI saying it. That's the AI, I'm sorry, I'm not believing anything any AI is saying because they very often hallucinate and... yeah. Anyways, thanks for the stream as usual. I'm going to start studying with Beatrice as my study friend. Ah, I see. Well then, I wish you the best of luck for that. And yeah, I'm gonna wish it again. I wish you a good night, sleep tight, and do not let the bedbugs bite. Oh no, you lost the finals. Oh, I'm really sorry, Ahmed. Oh, that sucks. Oh, Is it the... what was the DDD again? I'm aware that it's not DDD from Kirby. Dimensional something? It had a really long name. A very complicated name. Oh well. Maybe you'll get another opportunity to win money. I was first one win away from $100, had to go first against the biggest cringiest deck ever. Oh. Okay. I mean the DDD thing, I think that's that dimensional thing. Was it someone who cheated or was it within the rules? Okay, again, not sure if the flowers do it. I'm not believing AI. Did you put it? No, it's... can't you see? This is the AI saying it. Like, this is not a Google result, it's the AI. I don't blame you because they've been designing the user interface deliberately as if, like, the AI looks like a legit result. Alright, now the intro is looping again. Yeah, this is the last chance. If it's not, for tonight at least, if it's not shiny then that means I'm gonna start over again. Lost the coin toss and went second against DDD, and I had to watch them combo for like 15 minutes, and I went first. I would have cleaned the floor with that miserable look. Aw, man. So what you're trying to say, it basically came down to a coin flip. Oh, that's crap. Oh, that sucks. Oh, I feel bad for you, Amit. That really sucks. Sometimes life is like this. Really unfair. Okay, so last one. Mew is... Oh, man. Okay, so... we failed that one. That was... Yeah. No shiny Mew, no nothing. 3 hours of blabbing, but oh well. It was fun, nevertheless. And I hope that you enjoyed the stream as well. And I, again, thank each and every one of you for being part of the stream. And yeah, I hope you're gonna be there tomorrow as well, where it's time for, yeah, it's gonna be Pokemon Violet again, even though I think that's gonna be the last stream, because I'm pretty much done with that blind playthrough. And yeah, thank you for being part of the stream, and see you next time. Oh wait, hang on. If it went first, I would have lost 100% no doubt, and I bet my worthless soul, Amit, your soul is not worthless. Alright, bye bye.